I suppose coming on from this, obviously when UNRWA go, there's potentially maybe some unknowns. I mean, obviously there's a lot of funding that goes into that, the schools that are there, what will happen to the buildings, the money, the budgets, foreign aid budgets, or budgets that go into that. I mean, what happens to all of that? I mean,
nobody knows right now. Yeah, and that's the other crazy part about this is if you're going to pass a law banning the agency that provides education to a good part of Gaza, I think it's most of Gaza, and then a good chunk of the West Bank, and provides medical clinics and even does stuff like picking up trash in some of the cities too. You need to have a plan B. Like you don't just kick a bunch of kids out of school and a bunch of doctors and people out of hospitals and think anything remotely positive is going to come of that if you don't have a plan B. The great irony of all this, of course, is Israel is the occupying power. So they are occupying these areas. The Palestinians are. So they're legally, not that they seem to follow any of the international laws, but they legally are responsible for providing education, food, healthcare, all these basic things. So if this UNRWA thing goes through, that would be billions of dollars they would need to start spending out of their own pocket potentially. I don't think it'll happen, but I think they'll get bailed out by other countries. But yeah, that they would need to start spending to replace that. So it's just like none of this makes a lot of sense, right? Mm-hmm. It's not going to benefit Israel to have a huge population next door that is not in school, that doesn't have health care, that is getting harassed at checkpoints constantly, and think anything positive for Israel's national security is going to come from that.